Hello everyone, welcome friends to the TZED Style Book Club. Today's reading is, today's reading is Snow Outside, Stories Inside. Settle in, take a breath, and let the quiet of winter meet the warmth of a shared word. This is our time.
Meet the warmth.
Let's begin. Hello, everyone. Hello. Yes, today is a very exciting live today. We have some shares. Yes, we do. Hello, Paula. Hello, honey. Let's get you in the book. And anyone else we see coming in, we'll get you written in there. And myself. Oh, let me put my papers up there. All right. See, today is January 8th. No, 7th. Okay, and we have snow outside. This is the start of the new year. And the author is TZED and members. That's right, members. And it is a fiction because it's not real. And then we have Paula, TZ, and we will write the other members as they come in. I've been busy since I've been up this morning. Oh my goodness, me too, girl. Me too. All right, today we're going to start out. I have some books that I got from Angela Isaac, and I'm going to share those with you real quick. And I can't wait to read these. I think they're going to be really good. The first one I got from her is Cloaked in Red by Vivian Van Velde. So now, here was Meg with her nice, safe gray cloak, dyed Look at Me red. And all Meg could think of was that she was glad this was spring, not fall. At least there were 5 months to go before the next harvest dance. For although Meg liked the idea of finding her one true love and marrying him and living happily ever after, the idea of boys was kind of scary. Cloaked in Red. That sounds like an awesome read, doesn't it? Hello, Lexi. Welcome. Let's put Lexi down here. And you must be new. Hello, Valerie. Welcome. Glad to see you here. Lexi, 752. Give her a big welcome to the book club, Lexi. 752E9C. She is new to the book club. And Valerie. Hello, Valerie. Welcome. I have some books to share with you guys first, and then our member shares. If you want to be a member of the book club, make sure that you are 18 years and older, and email me at tzstyle@gmail.com and put in the subject, Join Book Club. All right, the second book is The Art of Mending. The Art of Mending. What an awesome read this is going to be. Berg gives us an everyday solace with cheerful optimism about people's ability to change and grow. How awesome is that? I can't wait to get into that read also. That sounds, and if you guys want to look up on Amazon any of the books I am showing you, you can do that. Eliska Vibes. Hello, hello, and welcome. Another new face in the book club. Awesome. Let's get her written down. ELISKA Vibes. Welcome, welcome to the book club. Welcome in. Okay, that's nice, Valerie. Let's concentrate on the book club, though, for today. From South Russia. Awesome. I'm going to put that here. South Russia. Welcome, welcome. It is good to have you. And the third book I want to share is called Secrets. Will the past keep Jessica and Kyle apart forever? This looks like a romantic book, and I want to, it's a guidepost, so it's got to be a good book. I can't wait to get into that book read also. Oh, I don't have enough room. I'll put this down here. And then the fourth book I got from Angela was Bags of Style. 25 patchwork purses, totes, and bags to make. How awesome. Yes, everyone, give Eliska Vibes a big warm welcome to the club. Welcome, welcome. And this looks like it's going to be interesting. It shows you how to make 25 totes and out of patchwork. And so I can't wait to get into this also. Now I have the member shares. And then we will get right into the story. And I will let you guys know about the changes that we have today for January, February, March. My first share I have is from Queen Bee's Babies and Stuff, her journal entry, The Art of Giving. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. What an awesome, awesome journal entry that is. And I'm sure she could tell us why she made it The Art of Giving. I love this, Ashley. This is a beautiful picture journal entry. And the next share I have for you guys today is from Valerie, Reborns and More. I hope you're filled with warmth and calm. I hope your hopes come true. I hope you feel contentment, light, and love surrounding you. Shanika. Hello, Shanika. Welcome, welcome. We have some new people in our club today. Give them a warm welcome. It looks like she put her cards on her journal page, which is beautiful. I love how she set it up. And there is another one by Valerie right here. Beautiful, beautiful. Journal page. She has the little stickers and then family. And this looks like a ornament to color. And the red truck. And it looks like a stamp. Beautiful page, journal page. And I will explain a little bit more about picture journaling in a little bit. And I think we have another one by Miss Valerie. She has this going in her journal entry, and it is her Reborn she's working on for herself. Hello. Shanika Lexi said hello. We have from South Russia. Oh, that's exciting. All right, up next we have Grandma Paula K. Happy birthday journal page for her son. Armed Forces, military, brave, strong, hero. Beautiful laid out, Paula. It's beautifully laid out, and we can tell instantly what it is. And now she has a happy birthday for her son who passed away, 37. He would be 37. And I love how she also laid this out, put his name at the bottom, Charlie. Just gorgeous, gorgeous. Pictured very few words. You can tell what the picture means just by looking at the stickers that she put in there. And she also did a congratulations TZ and her sweetie on their wedding day, November 25th. What an awesome journal entry for her memories. That is awesome, Paula. And she also wrote a poem to always remember our wedding day, to TZ and her sweetheart on your wedding day. Today your hearts are joined as one. A brand new life has just begun. The vows you speak, so pure, so true, a love that's blessed will carry through. Though laughter shared and gentle tears, you've walked together through the years. Now hand in hand your spirits blend, a promise made that will not end. The rings you wear, a shining sign of faith and love through endless time. God's light will guide you day by day and keep your hearts along his way. So here's to joy, to love's sweet start. Two souls joined, one beating heart. Ah, that is beautiful, Paula. And I will be putting those in my memory book and a couple of them in my picture journal. And so, and I know that I put a short video out there about picture journaling. And picture journaling, let me grab my book real quick while I'm talking so you guys can see what I mean. There we go. I'm going to use the small one today. Picture journaling with very few words. Now, picture journaling is a reflective practice that replaces or supplements written entries. So instead of writing a big long journal page, you are replacing the words and supplementing words with pictures. They can be pictures you take. They can be pictures you cut out of a magazine. They could be stickers. Whatever you want to put in your journal. I just got done with my evening walk. What are you reading? I am going to be reading Snow Outside, Stories Inside. I have it on the back wall there, and I'll get into that in a little minute. Yes, Shanika, it was a beautiful poem. Thank you, Paula. That's funny to hear. Got married last year, which we did, though. 2025, yep, last year. Okay, so the meaning of your picture journal is conveyed through images, layout, color, and symbolism rather than long-form text. So if you were looking at a picture journal and you turn the page, the pictures tell a story. When you see this picture right here, right off the bat, it looks like Christmas present. So you know it has to do with celebrating Christmas. And then this one has a few words on it. Dear subscribers, have a very Merry Christmas. So this is my journal. So I did this on December 22nd, 2025, and I wished my subscribers a very Merry Christmas. And I will always have this memory. So, a lot of people ask, what is picture journaling? A journal format where you use photos, drawings, collage, ephemera, and symbols. So you don't have to use the primary language. You can use the photos, your drawings, a collage page, which many of you have seen me make the collage pages. Right here is a collage page where you put something right on top of something else. This is covering the January, and we have a couple other things covering. And it's okay to do that because that is a journal page collage. So words are optional. If you have letters like I have here, the word calm, you can use those and put them in your journal to represent what you're trying to remember. So the words are optional and very minimal. You can put dates, you can put a short sentence, or you can have words like this that are on your cutouts. Very minimal words in picture journaling. And that is a short version on what picture journaling is. We do picture journaling here in the book club. And we also have a day put aside where we picture journal together. So get your journal supplies. If you want to picture journal along with us, then get your journal and all your basic supplies and be ready to picture journal. You're going to do your Valentine journal next month. Awesome. Make sure you're doing your winter for January, your winter one. So, let me give you guys a simple list of prompts. So some of the prompts that you can use in picture journaling is, this is how I felt today. And you put it all in pictures. This is how I felt today. A color that matches my mood. So if you're in a real happy mood, you want to use the color yellow or pictures with the color blue. Something that represents a happy mood that you're in. Or you can use an object that represents the whole week. A window scene showing your inner season. So if you are cutting pictures out of a magazine and you come across a window scene that matches how you're feeling that day, you will want to cut it out and put it on your journal page. And then you can also have a 2-page spread before and after. Before when you started your journal and after how you felt when you finished your journal. Those are a lot of fun. So, I got the question presented to me, why do people picture journal? It's low pressure. Number one, it's low pressure to the alternative writing. It's accessible during emotional fatigue. If you're having a bad day and you don't want to miss out on your journaling, picture journaling is accessible during an emotional fatigue. You just cut out pictures and glue them in your journal. I'm getting started today on my picture journal. Gratitude collage of cards, stickers. Nice notes from friends around different cities. Oh, Shanika, you'll have to send me a picture. Oh, and that's one thing I wanted to share with you guys real quick. Members of the club, when you send me the pictures of your journal, take them from above. Don't stand back and take it at an angle. It's really hard for me to get the whole picture into sharing. Valerie, I had to really cut yours down to get it to where I could print it and show it. So when you're taking your picture of your journal, stand above it and take the picture downward so I get the whole page. And that way it'll show up better in when I'm sharing them. Okay, another reason people use picture journaling. It enhances memory recall. You would be surprised at how fast your memory recall is when you turn the page of your picture journals. You will be able to recall really quick what each item on that page meant. So much nicer than the written word. Encourages your creative flow. When you picture journal, it helps bring out the creative flow within you. And it is ideal for cozy, reflective routines, winter evenings, transitions. If you're excited about something or you're getting a brand new reborn baby, that's a transition. So you want to picture journal about receiving a new reborn baby, and so you picture journal it in your journal. An awesome memory to have down the line. So that is why people picture journal. And another question I was asked, the tools. I'm going to give you a list of the very minimal that you will need to picture journal. Plain or mixed media journal. Pen and fine markers. Glue and tape. Scissors, and the optional can be ink, watercolors, magazines, or printed photos on a printer. So you can do that. You can print out photos on your phone. If you have a bunch of photos you want to put in your journal, you will print them out on your printer and put them in your journal. So the best use cases are seasonal reflections, January, winter, holidays, mental wellness, and mood tracking. Picture journaling is awesome for mood tracking. You can have a special journal just for tracking your moods. So you can picture journal what you feel on Monday, what you feel on Tuesday, and you will be surprised when you read back through a whole week and see how your moods have changed from one day to the next by picture journaling your moods. Memory, keeping without heavy narration, very good for picture journaling. And it's visual storytelling. And that's what makes it so much fun. It's visual storytelling. So I have answered all the questions about picture journaling, what it is. Let me add Shanika to our list. And let's see, I got Valerie, I got Elissa, our Vibes. I have Lexi from South Russia. I think I got everybody so far that has wanted me to know that they are here in the club. All right. And I will add, if you come in after, I will be sure and add you on there. Okay, y'all. We are doing something different this year for copyright reasons. I went ahead and told you to get the book, The Snow Child by Owen Ivy. Beautiful book. I love it thus far, y'all. So if you are able to get The Snow Child, go ahead and get it. It's a good read. And that is my recommendation for the month of January. Now we are going to read a similar one together. That is copyright free. This reading is an original work created specifically for this live stream. It is not quoted, adapted, or derived from any copyrighted book or author. All wording is original and approved for live broadcast and replay. From TZED Style, original content, community, and creativity. All right, let me begin. You all have your ears open and your volume a little higher. Winter arrived early and stayed late, settling over the homestead like a held breath. The man and woman moved carefully through their days, measuring light, rationing warmth, and speaking only when words were needed. Snow reshaped the land each night, smoothing fences, softening paths, erasing what had been there before. In the stillness, memories grew louder than the wind, of laughter once shared, of a life imagined but never filled. When the cold pressed hardest, they found themselves watching the white fields as if the silence itself might answer back. As if something unseen could step forward from the snow and remind them that even the harshest winters do not exist without hope. Wow. What a beginning, chapter 1. That was kind of, that's a wow, isn't it? And if you notice, just by reading chapter 1, the quietness, the quiet tone of my area here, very quiet tone. I invite you to reflect on what I just read to you. Now I'm going to have a couple of questions for you today, y'all. Get your fingers ready to type. Get your fingers ready to type. This is going to be fun. Question number 1. Let me get my writing paper, guys. I gotta find my writing paper that I have because I want to write your answers down. Okay. Okay, now I can write your answers. All right. Number 1. How does the description of winter shape the emotional tone of the opening chapter? How does the description of winter shape the emotional tone of the opening? Shanika, would you like to answer that? How does the description of winter shape the emotional tone of the opening? Anyone could answer. I just called on Shanika because she's a member. But any of you can answer. How does the description of winter shape the emotional tone of the opening? Winter arrived early and stayed late, settling over the homestead like a held breath. Doesn't it remind you of coldness? So it shapes it from the beginning, it shapes it into coldness. Seems to describe a magical activity about to happen. Yes, it kind of does seem magical, but also it's shaping the story of a cold. And if you look at the sentence here, the man and woman moved carefully through their days, measuring light, rationing warmth, and speaking only when words were needed. So it tells you that it's coldness and it's also a harsh winter. It's a harsh winter. It starts the story out by giving you a description of them having to ration their warmth, only speaking if they had to. And it reminds me of the funniest, it can be winter here because you can go outside if it snows and have a snowball fight. I don't think this man and woman are having a, yes, action words. Yes, Shanika, thank you. Yes, you want to have what it is describing. And so when you read the first chapter, it's about coldness and harsh winter. That's what brings to mind. Number 2, what does the couple's silence suggest about their relationship or shared history? What does the couple's silence suggest about their relationship or shared history? Paula, would you like to answer that one? Anyone can answer. Anyone can answer. Paula is a member, so I called on her. What does the couple's silence suggest about their relationship? The man and woman moved carefully through their days, measuring light, rationing warmth, and speaking only when words were needed. So, what does that silence say or suggest? What is it suggesting about the couple's relationship? First word that comes to mind for me is unsteady. Unsteady relationship. Lacking happiness. Do you agree with me, y'all? Unsteady, lacking happiness. So that's what it suggests to me. Okay, let's go on to 3. Why might memories feel louder during hardship or isolation? Why might memories feel louder during hardship or isolation? Why might memories feel louder? I think they would feel louder because thank you, Shanika. Shanika agrees. I think memories are louder when it is in a situation of hardship. Is it something you Oh, that's kind of a hard one. So I guess it would be they're louder because of the hardship. Because of the hardship. And also, because of the hardship, distance too. Yes, distance. Good one. That is a good one, Shanika. Distance. Yes. It creates distance between the man and the woman because they're both struggling within their own right of the harsh, cold winter. And Paula says withdrawn. Yes. Withdrawn. Another good one. And so those reasons would make them, those memories are going to stand out louder because they are going to remember what they had to do during the harshest time of winter. So that, two good words, distance and withdrawn. Number 4, does the landscape feel passive or does it act like a character in the story? Does the landscape feel passive or does it act like a character in the story? Well, let's read it. Snow reshaped the land each night, smoothing fences, softening paths, erasing what had been there before. In the stillness, memories grew louder than the wind, of laughter once shared, of a life imagined but never filled. When the cold pressed hardest, they found themselves watching the white fields as if silence itself might answer back. Yes, correct, Shanika, very good. It acts like a character. It's almost like winter has come alive. And that is a very good. You hit it right on the head, Shanika. Character. It acts like a character. And it's reshaping things around them, covering up tracks that were there the day before. Yes, it does act like it's a single character in itself. Number 5. Where do you notice hope appearing? Where do you notice hope appearing? Even in this small chapter, where do you see, even if it's ever so subtle, it is as if something unseen could step forward from the snow and remind them that even the harshest winters do not exist without hope. So where, subtly, does it tell us that hope is there? Winter arrived and stayed late, settling over the homestead like a held breath. The man and woman moved carefully through their days, measuring light, rationing warmth, speaking only when the words were needed. Snow reshaped the land each night, smoothing fences, softening paths, erasing what had been there before. In the stillness, memories grew louder than the wind, of laughter once shared, of life imagined but never filled. When the cold pressed hardest, they found themselves watching the white fields as if the silence itself might answer back, as if something unseen could step forward from the snow and remind them that even the harshest winters do not exist without hope. Where in that chapter can you see just a subtle hint of hope? And I'll give you a clue. In the stillness, memories grew louder than the wind. Where is it ever so subtly that the man and woman have hope? Yeah, right. Because if you look at the sentence here, in the stillness, memories grew louder than the wind of laughter once shared. So, there is hope. Winter will pass. And towards the end of the paragraph, you got that right. You didn't tell us exactly where, Paula, but you did get right before the last sentence. As if something unseen could step forward from the snow. Correct, because it would be the memories, laughter once shared. Laughter once shared. So there is hope after winter. So there is a subtle, just a subtle hint of hope. A subtle hint of hope right there in that sentence. So you know that it is going to get better. It is a harsh winter, but it's going to get better. So that is good. You caught that, both of you. That's really good. And our last question, number 6. What might something stepping forward from the snow symbolize emotionally? What might something stepping forward from the snow symbolize emotionally? Anybody care to answer that? What might something stepping forward from the snow symbolize emotionally? Very good, Shanika. Courage. And there's another one I'm looking for. Courage. Who do we lean on? Who do we lean on? Confidence, that's another good one. How about faith? Faith. Having faith, that's right, Shanika, you did it. Yes. Courage, confidence, faith. All emotions that can help us through the harshest of times. And I got something fun. If you are not in the club today, be sure and email me for your part in the next chapter, chapter 2. And this is where your being part of the club comes into play. You guys are going to love this, and then we are going to do something fun. Well, this is fun too, but I mean something really fun. So, very good on chapter 1, you guys. Good answers. If you would like these answers sent to you, make sure to email me and tell me you want chapter 1 with the answers, and I will be glad to send them to you. So our homework, 1 winter, 6 voices. If we don't have 6 voices, I will fill in the rest for you. So each person is going to write only 1 sentence. And you are going to be inspired by tonight's chapter. So your sentence is going to be inspired. And we are going to write chapter 2 together. How awesome is that? So you are going to write your sentence. and email it to me at TZEDstyle@gmail.com, and I will get it ready for next week's book club. How awesome is that? All right. So the chapter 1 homework. All right, let me see. Shanika, you write your sentence about the setting. Write one sentence that describes the winter landscape as if it was watching the people who live there. Yes, it's very good for y'all to take part because we are going to write it together and it's going to be ours. So, Shanika gets setting. I'm going to write her name right here, and make sure you email me if you are not in this live and you want to take part. You will have to email me so I can send you what you are writing about. So Shanika is writing about the setting. Write one sentence that describes the winter landscape as if it were watching the people who live there. Okay, Paula, you get the silence. Paula gets silence. Write one sentence about something important that is not spoken between the couple. Write something important that is not spoken between the couple. So, Shanika is writing about the setting. Paula is going to write her sentence about the silence. Write one sentence about something important that is not spoken between the couple. All right, memory. I will take memory. TZ gets memory. Write one sentence that captures a memory that grows louder in the quiet of the winter. Oh, that's going to be a fun one. I already got a sentence in my head. So now we have left hardship, hope, and the snow. Is Valerie still here, or did she take off? Miss Valerie is also a member of the club. Did she leave? No, sweetie, because I already got you written down. You'll do just fine. You'll do just fine. All right. Hardship, hope, and the snow. I think Valerie left, so I'm going to write her because there's Valerie, and Ashley is also a member. I will be sure and email Valerie and Ashley, and Dee is not here. Dee is a member, so I will write Deidre, Reborns and Lupus Live, and send her. So that's 3 right there. I will send them their sentences and make sure they get them done. They want to be a part of the book because, believe it or not, we are writing a book. And if you would like to be part of our book, please email me at tzstyle@gmail.com and tell me you want to join the club, and you will be a member and you will be able to be in on writing the book in 2026. And this is going to be, when we finish it, at the end of the year, we will be publishing it. And I will take care of all that. So, this is 2026 new in the TZ Style Book Club. So, Shanika has setting. Write one sentence that describes the winter landscape as if it was watching the people who lived there. Paula has silence. Write one sentence about something important that is not spoken between the couple. And TZED has memory. Write one sentence that captures a memory that grows louder in the quiet of the winter. And we have hardship, hope, and the snow. So I will be writing our other members that missed today and see if they are going to participate in their sentence. And next week in the club, we are going to put them all together. So be sure and email me your sentence so I can write them out just like I did here, and we will have chapter 2. This is going to be an amazing book. Now, let's put all this away because we have something fun. What we are going to do is have our illustrations for our book. So I am taking index cards and copyright-free photos, and we are going to put them together for our book. So let's get started on that. How fun. So let's go back to the chapter we're on. Let me get that out. Let's go back to the chapter we're on. So let's think about the first sentence. Winter arrived early. Winter arrived early. So we definitely, this would not fit for that, because that's holding a cup of hot chocolate or coffee. We have a window looking out the snow and a journal book. That wouldn't fit the first sentence. How about this? This is an axe where you chop wood, and there's lots of snow around. Possibility. Now here's a winter one. There is a fence covered in deep snow, and you can see the wind blowing in the background, blowing the snow around. What about this one? That's a good one, is it not? And this is another light in a barn, and then here's another snow picture. A mailbox covered in snow. As snow looks about 4 to 5 inches deep. You can see the wind blowing. Let me know in the chat, y'all, what you think. Here's one that has tracks that are definitely being covered up with new fallen snow. That's a good one. And here are the trees. Beautiful winter trees covered in snow. The wind is blowing. That is a gorgeous one. So this looks like it's in the house looking out at the field. There's the field with the barn and the snow. Wow, here's the wood pile all covered with snow. And looking inside the house. We are on the outside looking in the house. So here we have, this one would look good under where they were looking out of the field. So this one will go down the line. So in our first sentence, winter arrived early. So we would have to put, I think, the one with the mailbox. What do you think? Yes, Paula said the barn with the light. As our first one, let me see. She said the barn with the light. Okay, let's look at what's in the picture. We have coats hanging on the wall, a lantern lit, and the doors open, and that would probably go down the line also, Paula, but that's a good one, honey. They're all good, but we're talking about the initial winter came early. I think it would be this one. Wind is blowing, the trees are covered, and there's snow on the ground. Winter came early. So here is the winter blowing upon them. So we will attach this to our card. These are going to look so nice when they are printed. And there we have it. Winter came early. How beautiful is that, y'all? Awesome. And thank you for your answers. You guys participating means a lot because it's going to be your book also. All right, let's put this one over here to dry and get another card. Now we have the man and woman move carefully through their days, measuring light, rationing warmth, and speaking only when the words were needed. So there are two pictures here. This one and this one. Which one shows the silence between them? This is picture A and picture B. Which one do you think shows the silence between the two people? A or B? A, B. And I am going to take a drink and wait for your answer. We have A and B. Very good, Paula. B, yes, B shows the silence between them. Very, very good. Now you're understanding what we're doing. Yes, very good. This picture definitely shows the silence between the couple. Kind of sad, isn't it? It makes you feel sad. Okay, we'll let that one dry. Let's get another card. Snow reshaped the land each night, smoothing fences, softening paths, erasing what had been there before. So, let's see. Would it be A, the fence with all the snow, or B, with the footprints and the snow covering the footprints? This is A and this is B. A or B, which one would it be? Smoothing fences, softening paths, erasing what had been there before. A or B? Anybody else care to guess? Or put your snow covering the footprints. Yes. Very good, Paula. Snow covering the footprints. Yes. Erasing what had been there before. How awesome. That is Awesome. And there's our third picture for our book. Nice. Let's let that dry. Let me get another card, y'all. In the stillness, memories grew louder than the wind, of laughter once shared, of a life imagined but never filled. All right, so we have A or B. In the stillness, memories grew louder than the wind, of laughter once shared, of a life imagined but never filled. A or B? What does it mean when you write about a life never filled? Yes, Mimi, A. Very good. Very, very good. Beautiful. Writing about a life that was never filled. So she was writing her hopes and dreams in her journal. Very good. Awesome. That is beautiful. Check it out, y'all. Our story is coming together. Chapter 1. Beautiful. Now we have when the cold pressed the hardest, they found themselves watching the white fields as if the silence itself might answer back. So, would it be A or B? A or B, and then Paula pops in there. Oh, I think that was her other answer, A. A or B, y'all. Looking out at the white field as if it might answer back. A or B? And Paula said A. 100% correct. There's your barn with the white field, Paula. Beautiful. There's your barn with the white field. So awesome. Beautiful, beautiful picture. Love it. Now, let me get another card. This is smaller picture journaling, y'all. In case you wonder what we're doing, it is just smaller picture journaling because the members of the club and myself are writing a book. Snow outside, stories inside. As if something unseen could step forward from the snow and remind them that even the harshest of winters do not exist without hope. And look at all the pictures we have left. We have this one, this one. Of course, this one doesn't fit the story at all. That's one to fool ya. And we have this one with the looking in. Wood, which is a much needed. This is a much needed in the wintertime without words being spoken. Wood is a must, so you wouldn't even have to say anything about wood because both the man and woman know they need the wood. And we have the mailbox, all on its lonely with the path showing how deep the snow is and the wind, and again, the fence. So, We're kind of in a dilemma here. Which one would we choose? Here's one that has the axe with the wood lined up there. The trees he's cutting are lined up. And then we have a picture of the snow-covered wood. So, if we are talking about hope, right? Because we're looking in at the man and woman. So would it be A or B? A or B? Hope. What stands for hope? Do you all see it? Mimi, right, A. Ding, 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 ding. That's right, hope. The light of hope. Very good, Mimi. Did Shanika leave us? Very good. Let's get it in there. You know, I wonder if Shanika, let me check my book. I know I put her in there though. Let me see if, yeah, Shanika's got number 1. Okay. Mimi doesn't have one, no. Mimi, would you want to be a member of the club? Because I could put Mimi in here too. Where's my pencil? Just email me, Mimi, if you want to be a member, and I'll give you a sentence to be a part of the book club, or the book writing. The story, okay. So we have Mimi. Let's give Mimi the sentence. Okay, Mimi, you are going to have hardship. Okay, listen close. Write one sentence about what the cold takes away or forces to change. Write one sentence about what the cold takes away or forces to change. How awesome. Mimi's got a good one. All right, and I got her down here. Mimi is number 4, and she will also be a member of the club and help us write our story. Awesome. And here is our picture on hope. Looking in. How beautiful is that? So we don't need any of these. And I'm going to line them up so you all can see the story in the pictures. Let me move our cards and our glue. Get the glue out of the way. Okay. Here's our story in pictures. Oh, I better take this out of there. Check it out when it's put together, you guys. How awesome is that? Winter arrived early and stayed late, settling over the homestead like a held breath. The man and woman moved carefully through their days, measuring light, rationing warmth, and only when words were speaking only when words were needed. Snow reshaped the land each night, smoothing fences, softening paths, erasing what had been there before. And you can see the faded footsteps being covered with snow. In the stillness, oh, I mixed these up. In the stillness, There we go. Memories grew louder than the wind, of laughter once shared, of a life imagined, but never filled. When cold pressed hardest, they found themselves watching the white fields, and this is the white fields, as if the silence itself might answer back. And if you stared at that picture long enough, you could almost hear the stillness answering back. As if something unseen could step forward from the snow and remind them that even in the harshest of winters, do not exist without hope. And there the story is told in journal pictures. How awesome is that? You can't get any story better than that. And you guys are going to be a very special part of Snow Outside, Stories Inside. If you would like to join the Astounding Readers Book Club for January 2026, email me at TZEDstyle@gmail.com and in the subject, write Join Club. Make sure to include your address. Make sure you are 18 years and older, and you can be a part of the storybook for 2026. I want to thank all my members, and thanks to our special guests who came in for a while today and stayed with us in the book club. And I want to thank you all for sharing this space with us today. If something from the reading stayed with you, hold on to it gently as you go. No, I didn't mean to say that. Write. I don't know why I'm thinking the word bring, but write your one sentence and send it back to me at tzstyle@gmail.com. Until our voices meet again in Chapter 2. Thank you, everyone, from TZ Style. Until next time.